I have a feeling I'm going to enjoy passing this taco out as waste more than I enjoyed reading Secret Six #1. Yep. Hola amigos, this is your local comic book Mustachio coming to you with a review of DC Comics Secret Six #1 by writer Gail Simone and artist Carl Lashley. That is Carl with a K. I'm going to regret if it's Ken Lashley. So, long-awaited return of the Secret Six. Gail Simone's previous volume before the New 52 launch is highly regarded by many fans as one of the best books of the DC line at the time. Fans have missed her work on the team, and what we got in store was not what fans expected. I had previously read the third volume from Simone. Well, I'll get to my thoughts on Simone later. First off, let's take a look at the book. With the Secret Six #1, we get the introduction of the Secret Six, a team of villains and anti-heroes assembled in the DC universe. The intentions of the Secret Six are not laid out in this book. Why they're being put together, the entire purpose of the team, if you even want to call it a team, is not made clear. What we have here is a bunch of random characters thrown into a room, electrocuted when they talk, being told that they're part of some sort of experiment, and to get out of the room, they have to kill another member of the team. While in that room, these heroes, if you want to call them that, I don't even know who a lot of these people are. Some of them may have been introduced for the first time, but while in the room, like many DC Comics team books, the characters begin to fight, curse, and argue. It has happened quite frequently in the New 52's launches of team books, including Jeff Johns and Jim Lee's revival of the Justice League, where they spent pretty much the first 6 issues bickering, arguing, fighting, kind of bashing Wonder Woman for being a broad, and at one point the Green Lantern told Batman, "What's your secret power, bro?" talking with a funny voice. The artwork from Lashley is very house-style DC, except not even that detailed. We have a lot of really... My light's not too good. It's snowing outside. How nice. We have a lot of really scratchy kind of pencils. Kind of stereotypical DC house-style work. Kind of looks like a mix of like a Jim Lee or an Ivan Rice mixed with a manga style with the noses and the eyes being rather intense. And as the issue goes on, I seem to notice a drastic decrease in the overall quality of the art. Here we see one of the many pages where the characters curse, scream, and fight each other. Overall, not very impressive. If you're a longtime fan of the Secret Six and Gail Simone's run on it, and you've been anxiously waiting its return, this is not the book that you have been waiting for. It is something different with the name Secret Six smacked on there. Our hero's main character in the book, first off, is Catman, displayed here kind of as a drifter, kind of convict kind of guy. He's declared as bisexual in the book. Gail Simone is so edgy with bisexual characters and transgender characters, like in the one she introduced in Batwoman. We have a Talon from the Court of the Owls, part of an annual. Well, the character was originally introduced in an annual I did not read. I believe she's a Japanese American who has her face all bandaged up. We have two ladies. We have this guy who says he's some sort of private eye who has secret powers similar to the Blob, where he gets real puffy. I think his name is Big Shot. And we have the new 52's version of the ventriloquist, originally seen in Gail Simone's Batman run. Not the ventriloquist created by one of this mustache's favorites, Paul Dini, for the Batman animated series. This is a really dark, scary, not so fun lady ventriloquist. Spoiler alert, that's the last page. She has a dummy. That's what the character does. I'm going to get back to my thoughts on Gail Simone that I started just earlier. Washing down those tacos. Dear Gail Simone, the comic book mustache wants to root for you. He wants to be on your side. When you were told to leave Batgirl, he started buying your last issue of Batgirl just so you could stay on the book, because you are celebrated by your fans. You seem to be really cool to your fans. I read a lot of stuff on the interwebs about how original and different you are, how you are one of the creators in this game. I don't see where your originality comes from in any of your new 52 books. Batgirl, maybe it was because I enjoyed the character of Barbara Gordon as Oracle previously so much. Your Batgirl run was dark. I found it rather stereotypical to the new 52 house style. I'm still talking to you, I guess. I'm going to drop that. But I found Gail Simone's run on Batgirl rather stereotypical, kind of felt like just another new 52 title. It didn't really stand out to me. And the edgy things that were kind of the boundary pushers, like the transgender roommate of Barbara Gordon's, felt kind of forced and unnecessary. I don't know where they were leading with the story. Looking back at it now, after the relaunch of Batgirl with the new creative team, I shouldn't say relaunch because it wasn't a new #1, but basically Batgirl was redesigned. I call it the Hawkeye-fication of comics, where some levity was brought into the character, and we get to see Barbara Gordon actually being a young woman, very representative of the times, the fashions, the trends, how a young woman would actually act, even if she's gone through some tragedy. We all like to forget that stuff. Seeing where Batgirl is now, and then looking back at your run, I'm kind of less impressed with it. With Secret 6, we get more of the same with the new 52. Heroes, even though they're kind of anti-heroes, being forced together rather than coming together naturally, arguing, cursing, punching each other in the face, and it's not complemented by rather stereotypical house-style DC artwork. I would love to say I'm going to give this book a second chance, because it does end in the middle of an action sequence with a cliffhanger of why the Secret Six is being formed, but I was so turned off by pretty much everything in this title that I do not think I will be spending another $2.99 of my hard-earned pesos on issue 2 of the Secret Six next month. Once again, Gail Simone, I'm rooting for you. I know people like you. Please come out and try and impress me, or do something different. Push the boundaries with the editorial teams if that's what's keeping you from doing things that are more original and less in the fashion of other books, making them kind of just fit into form and feel so stereotypical, like they're just another comic book. Maybe will get more familiar with these characters and start to actually like them as they grow within the book, but there is no room for growth when all you're doing is arguing, punching each other in the face, and being rather nasty to each other. Putting in a bisexual character doesn't make someone original. Being bisexual shouldn't be something shocking. It should just be a way of life. That's how this century works. So, sadly, I give Secret Six, number 1, from DC Comics, 1 very sad sombrero. If you're interested in reading comic books like The Secret Six, number 1 from DC Comics, find a local comic shop. Go to comicshoplocator.com, find one near you, download your comics digitally using the Comixology app, which is available for iTunes and Android devices, or check your local library. Knowledge is power, kids. Until next time, there once was a man from Nantucket. He loved his mustache, but he couldn't fill in the blank. Adios, brochachos. See you next time.